Well, hello. It's been a while. We've had a lot of stuff going on. Nothing like we haven't been building a lot on the property. We haven't done much work on the donkey shelter that we were doing last time we did a video. But yeah, hoping to make some progress and finish that very soon, so it's done. But we've got something exciting happening today that will make a difference for us. Yeah, so it should be turning up very soon. So we'll see what it is when it turns up.
Okay, this is our feed shed slash wood shed arriving. Gonna sort of do it up a little bit, make it a little bit more, I suppose, waterproof, though they did say that it is waterproof. We just sort of thought it was a cheaper way of doing it opposed to getting an actual wood shed and a feed shed, because that was going to cost a couple of $1,000 and this will not. Well, has not cost us a couple of thousand, so it's good. Crack of the day, check that out. Ooh, beautiful skies. Beautiful skies on Honeybee Acres today as well. Perfect. Well, you know, it is cloudy, but it is good. It sounds of somebody going a bit too fast on the road on the other side of these bushes. I think it's a racing car track sometimes coming up that bloody hill. Anyhow, back to our project. It looks a little like worse for wear, but it is only going to be a wood shed and a food shed, and it really only needs to be watertight. Very cheap. Woo, she's landed. Shit.
Right, so one of the things that the this new shed, as rough as it looks at the moment, is going to help us with is just getting this place cleaned up, because this is where we have all our hay and stuff like that. So we keep it in here. It's only one in it at the moment, which was sort of by design. I could have bought some hay a couple of days ago, but I decided not to because we knew it was coming. And the open bale at the moment, we keep in this just to keep it together. But we won't have to do that anymore. We can clean this place up and not have hay building up anymore. Of course, we'll have to sweep out the other place. And The other thing it'll help us clean up is our pile of firewood. So we'll get this all moved into the shed over the next few days probably. And as our splitter, we'll move that up there as well. Maria talked about building a little sort of veranda over the front of it to one or both sides, and we'll be able to put the splitter underneath the veranda and keep it dry that way, and split the wood and put it straight in. So yeah, these will all get tidied up. So we'll go and have a look inside it and yeah, just see what we have to do. Rightio, in this end here is where the firewood's going to go. It's pretty rough and ready. Obviously someone's hit that at the previous place where we got it from. And this has mostly been horse feed over time. Yeah, so you can see we're going to have to fix that, but it's only firewood in here. It's nothing great, but yeah, we'll fix that all the same. And we'll pull up this lino, get rid of that. We don't really need that. It's, you can see it's thing up anyway, so we'll get rid of that. It's just junk. And put the door back on so we can keep the rain out, keep our firewood dry. And the other part is this will be where our animal feed goes. So the chook food, bales of hay for the donkeys pellets, that sort of thing. We'll get rid of that old window rattler air conditioner. There, we'll get rid of this thing here. And there's a little, we'll probably just get rid of all this expanding foam and try and fix this wall up, try and push it back in or something. And yeah, you can see there's a little hole here where mice or rats or something have chewed through, and down there as well. We'll patch all those up so we don't have those little rodents getting in here. So we'll fix that up somehow. And yeah, get it looking a bit more tidy. Right now, I am going to I'll probably just get our broom. I'll get everything loaded into the ute, the hay and all that sort of stuff. I'll bring a broom with me as well. We'll get it swept out. May as well start with something reasonably tidy and get all the donkey's food and the chicken food in here. So I'll do that now. Right, yeah, that's got most of it cleaned. There's a little bit of crap in the corner. Just got to get this end cleaned, and I'll get this end swept out. Move these out of the way. Don't know if I would use them for anything. Move these out of the way. Oops, sorry about that, boys. And move that out of the way. And I'll get this end tight. I've got that mostly clean. I'm just going to get a vacuum cleaner to get the rest of that out. Yeah, it's a bit hard to sweep that. It's a bit of a pain. It would just be a waste of time, so I'll get a vacuum cleaner. And eventually, probably not today, tidy the rest of that up because we do have to do some work here anyway. So all the feed's going to be stacked up this end. I'll close this window when I'm finished so the rain doesn't come in. But yeah, you know, it's funny, they said that there were no mice in here, that they didn't get in, but they did because you got bloody mouse poo all down here. So they obviously got in. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll get this hay and stuff in here and, yeah, get this all organised. Rightio, so food for our donkeys over there. It's their all-purpose pellets. They're lucerne hay. We give them a second grade lucerne, so it's not high in leaf. Yeah, so it's not too nutritious for them. And that's the donkeys. That's the chicken pellets in there. So it's important not to feed, because chicken pellets, or pellets made for chickens, have got animal products in them. It's important not to feed them to things like donkeys, horses, especially ruminants like sheep and cattle and that sort of stuff, because it's not good for them. But yeah, so it's good. Got the food in here. Obviously, we'll have to keep this swept, or it'll look like under the carport where the food came from. But the thing that was hard with the carport was every time it rained, all that hay sitting there got wet, and it made it really difficult to sweep. It stuck to the thing. It just became a bit of a pain to keep clean. So as long as I keep this window closed, we won't get the rain in here. This will stay dry. It'll be nice and easy to keep clean. It's other than obviously where we've got the holes here, it should be pretty waterproof, and we will get that cleaned up or fixed up in time. So yes, I look forward to that. All right, so now we have to get the wood side fixed up. So yeah, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to pull this blue lino out that you can see on the floor there behind me. Actually, I'll move this door and this old frame. I'll get them moved out of the way. And yeah, I'll give it a bit of quick sweep out. We're not too worried about cleanliness for firewood. It's firewood. Actually, the first thing I've got to do is get this door open. And, oops, I better turn this around. Yeah, and just, what I want to do is I just want to get this rack off this side of the door, because this door's screwed closed on the other side. I'll get this and I'll swap it around to the other side, because that's where we can hang the donkey's halters and that sort of stuff off them. So that, I'll go and do that right now. All right, that's fixed. We've got the hooks on this side. Now we can hang the donkey's halters and stuff up there instead of having those hooks on the other side. So that's good. Awesome. All right, so I've got the door out. Just got it out here for now. I won't leave it out there forever, because we do, like I said, we do want to put it back on the door frame here. We'll just have to drill those rivets out, put it back on. Apparently it blew off in the rain, so we'll probably try and screw it on. Got a free notice board of some sort. Don't know what that is. Might be magnetic. I think that's what it is. And yeah, the windows are missing here. What we're going to try and do is see if we can move those, the panes of that window across to here, and we'll block that window off, because this is where, this window here is where the sun's going to come through. So that's the one we'd rather have. And yeah, we'll block this off. But yeah, for now, I'll get this lino out of here, because we just don't need it and it's falling apart anyway. We may as well get it to the tip and get it out of here. All right, relatively clean. That's obviously where water's coming through that window and the door. So might be able to get that a bit cleaner, but you know what? It's going to be firewood in here. It doesn't have to be that clean. We just don't want the water. We want the firewood to be able to be put in here and be dry. That is the thing. We'll have to obviously fix that. We might have to use some sort of tool to push that into shape. But we'll figure that out. Bend it back in, push it straight again. We'll figure that out. We've got time. But yeah, I'll see if I can get these windows out. Don't know how that's going to go. Whether I can get them out and put them into here. First, I think I'll have to clean these tracks out. So I'll do that. We'll be back. We'll see if I'm successful. All right, so it's the next day. We were working on the window. I'll show you that in a second. But I've just gone and got a load of hay for the donkeys and some pellets for them. We'll get it loaded in here and then we'll have a look at the window and see the tiny little progress I made on that. Anyway, I'll get this hay in and we'll have a look at what we've got. Alright, so that's it. We've got all the stuff in. We'll go and have a look at the at what we've got to do. So let's do that. We actually couldn't get this fixed panel out. Now I've got it to a point where I can slide it. I've taken out the little bit of metal that goes in there to hold it in place. I'll just put it back in its little channel ready to screw back in. But I cannot figure out how to take this. We'll have a look at it from the outside. It's probably the best way to show you. So what I feel like is we need to take this off of the window somehow. It's got these rivets in here, but they were just holding the fly screen in. They don't actually hold that in at all. It looks like maybe it presses into the window frame. I'm not quite sure. There doesn't seem to be any screws or anything like that, but while we can, if I move this out, I can actually move that end. Right, so this end here can actually add out quite a bit, but this end here, where I have, or where this thing is, we can hardly move that at all because this obviously stops it going down any further this way, and then at the top, you'll see that goes pretty well. Oops, let me get you there. You see that stops it going any higher into the track, so we can't actually move this end to get it out. So if there's any window experts who know how to get these fixed panes out without busting it. I didn't want to try too hard to pull that out. I was worried I was just going to twist it too much and crack it. But yeah, if anyone knows how to get it out, we'd love to. So our plan is to put some plywood or something on this window and move these panes across to the other window on the other side, you can see. Just because we'd rather have a window there, and we'd be happy to just put a board on this side because you're not going to get much light through here anyway. That's west, the doorway's north. That's where the majority of the light's going to come from. This is sort of east, but we've got trees all here anyway, so they block a lot of the sunlight in the morning. Once you get to about 10 o'clock, the sun's up there anyway, so you're not really getting much light here at all through this window. Not direct light anyway. But yeah, so yeah, if you know how to get this out, I'd love to know. I'd love to know. All right, so this is really, I hope, temporary, but let's define temporary. Maybe not define temporary. Like that's pretty good in there. In the middle, still flexes a fair bit. So I'm thinking that I will get some wood to put across the middle and probably do that on the inside and outside. And yeah, that'll stop them flexing and pushing out. So you can already see probably with just a little bit of breeze that we've got at the moment, that's this one here especially seems to be flexing a fair bit, not so much that one. This one is. So hopefully the wind doesn't get too strong tonight, and if it does, it just blows it in and we don't lose it all. But yeah, it's fairly well jammed in there. I don't think it's going to flex a whole lot, but we'll see how that goes. We'll get a bit of wood onto this. That'll be in the next video because I'm going to finish up here for now. It's getting cold. I need to get the fires lit and need to get the donkeys fed. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hasn't been terribly exciting for you guys maybe, but this is something that's just going to make such a difference to us as we get it fixed up, and especially once we get this settled, we can put the firewood in there. Just to be able to have the feet in there and not under the carport and making such a mess right there, it's going to be so much easier. Obviously we'll have to keep this tidy as well. It's not going to be maintenance free at all. Like I said, we've got a bit of fixing up to do. We really have to seal that. The big thing about this side where the feet is we need to fix up that damaged panel so the mice and that sort of stuff don't get in there. Yeah, so we'll have to do that as soon as we can. So that's a bit of a priority. This one where the wood is, not as much of a priority, but we want to get that done. But yeah, a bit of a question that I've got is we want to make it look a bit nicer, but like I said before, we haven't paid a lot for this. We don't really want to sink a whole lot of money into it, but we're looking for some way to pretty it up a bit, and maybe just a way to cover over the damage that's done to some of the panels. That's sort of relatively easy and cheap to do. So if you've got any ideas, don't think painting's going to do it for us. That's one thing we've talked about, but don't think painting's going to quite do it for us. Yeah, just if you've got any ideas, drop them in a comment below. If you can tell me how to get that fixed paint out of that window and bring it over to here, that'd be awesome, because I'd love to do that. I've tried to search it on YouTube, and there's plenty of people telling you how to take a bit of glass out of a sliding pane, like the frame, and put it back in and all that sort of stuff. That's not what I want to do, obviously. Yeah, so if you know that, yeah, drop a comment below and let me know how to do it. It doesn't really seem to come out, and without knowing how to do it, I didn't really want to force it because I didn't want to bust that glass for no good reason. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to go and feed the donkeys, get the fires lit inside, and warm ourselves up for the night. And we'll see you in a week where we've got a whole lot of things that we want to do, including getting that donkey shelter finished that we'd already started. We'll get onto that this week. All right, see ya.